Chef Ariel Manuel at Bistro Manuel in Poblacion, Makati. You can tell a lot about a restaurant by the way it serves its bread. I've been to a few where the bread was simply shoved onto the table, stone cold and indifferent. Such restaurants don't seem to care much about customers other than getting the whole meal over and done with quickly. Then there are those who take the trouble to heat the bread, and serve them in dainty baskets covered with cloth so the bread stays warm. These restaurants earn my respect immediately, and, most often, the courses that follow are equally prepared with care. Promise of good things. At Bistro Manuel, not only was the bread served piping hot, it was also accompanied by twirls of fresh, golden butter. This was a promise of good things to come, much like a well-written preface to a good book that turns out to be a literary gem. The gems in Chef Ariel Manuel's restaurants are the edible kind. To start with, we had oysters served in a wooden case atop a bed of salt, which somehow made the bivalves sparkle like diamonds in a jewelry box. The oysters had been sautéed in onion butter and olive oil, then deglazed in white wine before being baked with Parmesan cheese. Its heavenly taste was augmented by a sliver of foie gras on the side, and creamy angel hair pasta underneath. It was like a one-dish meal in itself, and I parted reluctantly with it when other dishes were brought to the table. The spinach in the warm mushroom salad was the color of emeralds. Topped with smoked bacon and drizzled with roasted garlic vinaigrette, it was a flavorful way to eat our vegetables. An inventive tomato mushroom soup came next. Served in espresso cups, it was frothy, much like the coffee that was meant to inhabit its vessel. And like coffee, it must be sipped and savored oh so leisurely. The flavor of fresh mushrooms dominated that of the tomatoes, taming the latter's acidity. For a while, I imagined wood nymphs prancing around in the forests, foraging for wild mushrooms that went into the soup. Reed thin bread sticks served on the side provided a diversion from the soup's intense flavor. Spinach and warm mushroom salad. Gentle patience in some restaurants. The appetizers and first courses are so satisfying that the main dishes turn out anticlimactic. Not so at Bistro Manuel. The duck leg confit, which was derived from a French lard duck, was cooked in the oven for 3.5 hours, said Chef Ariel. Such gentle patience was evident in the tenderness of the duck and a crispy skin that had the faintest layer of fat underneath. Accompanying it was saffron rice mixed with chopped foie gras, mushrooms and pine nuts. Also there was cranberry sauce that blushed like fine rubies. Chef Ariel made it himself from fresh cranberries, stirred with cinnamon bark, sugar and ginger. Fragrant dried lavender flowers wrapped like bouquet garnis seemed like amethysts hidden in a veil. Similarly French-inspired was the rack of lamb encrusted with herbes de Provence, accompanied by a risotto of Roquefort cheese and roasted garlic. And just as outstanding were the desserts, a lemon meringue pie dusted with chocolate and topped with candied orange peel, served with scoops of dark chocolate ice cream, as well as a tiramisu reconstructed into a souffle, swirling high over warm sabayon sauce.